Alright, hey, Hades Omega here, and welcome to another of the Hades Omega's Sauron Winter Build Project, alright? Sauron Light BMX Winter Build Project. And the last thing we got done on the bike was we finished installing the forks, alright? Or more specifically, the brakes, alright? I got the brakes on the bike. I'm still working on getting some new rotors, alright? I think I'm gonna go all I have three different sets of wheels, alright guys. so I need three different rotors. I have two solid rotors and then one floating rotor. I'm gonna go all of floating rotors because every time I change the wheels, I have to like mess around with the alignment of the brake caliper. Okay, but that's for like later. Alright, that's like kind of continuation of the brake dealy. Alright, but that's part of the forks. Okay, so we're still kind of working on the forks. So we're still working on the front end. What I got going on today is we're going to install a headlight, alright, on the new fork. So if you guys remember, I had a cafe racer style headlight setup on my Lightbeat before, okay? And I'll show you the mounts that I had on it before. And I can't use it with the new forks because the uppers are much thicker than the RST uppers because this is an upside down fork, alright? So obviously it's upside down. The thicker parts on the top now. The right side up ones have the thinner parts, okay, the stanchions on the top. Alright, so that's why we can't use that, because I was using a headlight mount that claps onto the forks. Alright, so I will be building a new headlight setup and hopefully it'll work. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but it's basically going to be very similar to the previous, the way the previous owner had this thing set up. Alright. It's going to use a, cafe racer style headlight setup. Alright, so go take a look at that. So what's left to do on the front end is, well, I got to put all the handlebar stuff back. I haven't done that, but we'll do that when we get the headlight on there. And we got to do the turn signals, okay? So we'll probably do the turn signals after the headlight, alright? I don't think the headlight will take that long to do, alright? I've already wired all the... I've put these waterproof connectors, alright, and I hooked them up to the signal wires and the headlight. So now I got connectors. So if I want to take the handlebars off or take the fork off easily, all I have to do is disconnect all that stuff and then poof, it just comes out, alright. I don't have to worry about stuff hanging around. So say, okay, so that's what I didn't like about the last setup. Alright, so yeah, this is going to tie into the headlight. That's why I didn't like about the last setup. I couldn't just unplug the headlight because everything was all soldered in there, so I would just have to unbolt it and just leave it hanging there, alright? But now I can remove the headlight or whatever. I can unplug it easily, alright? So that'll be good. And it's waterproof too, so all the connections are waterproof. Alright, so let's go take a look at what I'm going to use to install my new headlight, and then we'll try it out. Okay, so I can already tell you now the mount that I bought doesn't fit perfectly on the leg, alright, the fork. We're going to have to add some kind of spacer to it, but let's see what I got, okay? Alright, here we go. These are all the ingredients I've got to make a cafe racer style headlight, except minus this, okay? So these are the old headlight brackets that I had on my RST fork, alright? So if you get an RST fork, this will work. And these ones already have the turn signals on it, but I'm not going to be adding the turn signals to the new brackets, okay? So these are the new brackets, alright? These are the Lanbao motorcycle headlight mount bracket CNC black. And I believe these are 47 millimeters. Man, I don't quite remember. Oh, it's 45 millimeters. Alright, and we'll go measure the fork in a bit, alright? And yeah. So 45 millimeters. So that's how thick the clamps are, alright? If I think the stanchions are 37, so these are like 10 millimeters bigger than these. Okay, and I bought these for about $36 on Amazon. I will put a link in the description if you're interested in purchasing some. All right, if you're going with the Dorado, all right. You can buy these. If you wanted to buy this for the RSD fork, you would pick 37 millimeters because that's how thick the stanchions are. Okay. Or is it 36? It's 36 or 37. I'll put a subtitle below. All right. I think they sell them in different sizes. So yeah, they got them in all different kinds of sizes. All right. So what what I like about this mount compared to this mount, all right, I'm talking about the mount because that's like the most important part, all right, is that it's all separate pieces. This is all one piece, so you have to slip this over. You have to slip this over the fork leg before you put the clamps on, all right? And that's what I didn't like. You couldn't just take the fork off. You'd have to, or you couldn't just take the headlight brackets or on and off the bike easily because you have to slip this in. You'd have to take the top clamp off. Which is kind of annoying. These ones, as you can see, they come apart, all right? So all you gotta do is, I think you gotta slide it like that, and then it fits in the groove perfectly. Hopefully these don't break in the future, but they seem pretty stout. It's pretty nice. It's really well made. I like it. So we'll see how it holds up to the abuse, though. But yeah, so basically you would slip this behind the stanchions, right? And then you would go like, latch it like that, all right, like a kind of like a puzzle, and then close it up, and then get the screw it in, okay. And then so this mounts right here. I guess you can adjust, or there's 3 different holes. So yeah, and then this would mount like this, okay, or this, okay. So there's different mounting holes. All right, so this is the plate that actually holds the headlight on, all right? So you would probably put the headlight, you would either put the headlight here or here. Most likely I'm going to put it right here, okay? What these other extra holes could be used for is turn signals, okay? Like a motorcycle style turn signal. So if I wanted to add one of these guys, okay, so if I wanted to add one of these guys, a motorcycle, turn signal mount, just like, kind of like, this is one I had just lying around. I would just stick it. I don't know if it'll fit. We might have to drill out the hole, but it would just stick it in there like that, okay? And it would go in, but I guess the thread is too big for this, so we would have to drill that out, okay? This kind of sucks. But you could do that, all right? You could add one of these turn signals there. If I was going to build just a street bike, then I would do that, all right? But as much as possible, Hayes Omega doesn't want all this stuff sticking out on the side of his bike because I ride it off-road, and when I drop my bike, I don't want stuff breaking on it. Okay, and then obviously the last component is the headlight. All right, this is the headlight I will be using. All right, it is a combination flood and spotlight. All right, because that's why there's 2 different kind of beams in there. This is the exact same style headlight that my last headlight was. Okay, so I went. I knew it was a good headlight, so I bought one very similar to it. Okay. Yeah, so this is a 5-inch LED light bar is what it is. Okay, I got it on Amazon. It was $30 for 2, all right? It came in a pack of 2, so I got a spare for later. I think all I got to do is just add another connector to this and then plug it into the connector, and then we're in business, all right? And then, so these will mount to the side here, okay? Like that. Or like that. Okay. Like that, and then the other one will be there too. So all right, and then the bolt will go through it, and then that's how we would adjust it, and then that would be it. All right, and then there you go, and then you got a simple cafe racer headlight for your light bee. So also potentially you could use a circular headlight, all right, a circular LED headlight or whatever headlight you want, all right, as long as it fits between the forks, all right. And I used the 5 inches because this is the same one that we used last time. If it doesn't fit the new brackets, we can use spacers, okay? We can use washers and stuff, so I guess we'll find out right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try mounting these brackets to the Dorado Fork, and then we'll take a look at how well they fit, all right? I kind of tried already, and I could tell you they're a little loose. All right, they're kind of too loose, so we're gonna have to add like a gasket or something underneath to keep it from, or use electrical tape. Okay, so the reason I don't want to go with electrical tape is because it makes a big mess when you take it off. All right, so this is still the kind of adhesive from the electrical tape, and it's still stuck on there, but we could use electrical tape. I'm thinking I'm gonna try to use a silicone tape. All right, so, and this is my old fork. Okay, here we are at the front of the bike. All right, so this is where we'll be working, and the headlights are gonna mount like right around here-ish. Okay, there's all these scratches right here, man. Yeah, so the headlight's gonna be right around here. Now I've got the bumpers. All right, the bump stops for the what are these? Steering stops. These are the steering stops. So like when you steer too much, it's a little bumper that hits the frame, so it's not metal to metal. I would like to keep those, okay? I've had to take them off all the time because they didn't fit because those other brackets, all right? But I think maybe we can get it to fit. I'm not 100%. We'll find out. I've already got this one in position where it actually works, so I would like to actually use those. And another thing is the number plate. So we're gonna have to put this number plate back on. All right, this is my number plate. Yeah, we got to go put this on. We got to figure out where we're going to put that. I guess we can try to put it as tall as we can, like right around here, and then we'll put the headlights on the bottom of it. All right, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I mean, we don't have to install it, but that's where it's going to be. All right, so that means the headlight brackets have to clear this. All right, it could, I guess it could go behind it a little bit, but yeah, there's a limit to where we can put stuff. That's what I want to say. Yeah. Maybe higher like that. If it faces down, that's okay. I hate this headlight bracket. I would like to use a nice one, guys, but we'll see. We'll see if I can get a nicer one later. but it does the job. All right. So let's go mount the headlight brackets, and let's see what we're working with. Okay, so before we get started, let me show you what we're working with here. So if you guys remember, I ordered the 45 millimeter stank or stanchions or legs. All right, fork leg. And there you go. We got 44 millimeters. It's actually a little bit too small. So but that's okay. We can add like a spacer or a gasket or something. All right, 44. I don't think they had a 44. That's why I think 45 was the closest. But it's 44.3, so there's like half a millimeter in there, okay? And then so from here it actually gets bigger too. So but we can't use this, it's too big, I think. This is 47, yeah, that wouldn't fit. 45, that's like 2 millimeters off. So unfortunately we can't use this section here. So I wasn't actually planning to actually use this because this I had to move the fork legs down a little bit. It kind of goes out a little bit, so the clamp or the crown can clamp onto it. So I was not expecting this section to be here. I was only going to work with this part right here, this little part. So that's all we got to work with, unless I can get a clamp in a different size. If I can get a 47 millimeter clamp, then that would probably work. Yeah, what we could have done is got a 47 millimeter clamp, and then we could have used like tape to fill in the gap for the top. So that would have actually worked to help lower our headlight down. So kind of bummed out about that. But that's okay. That's what happens, man. That's what happens when you make your own stuff. Stuff doesn't go your way all the time. All right. All right. So I'm gonna go try to mount it right now. All right, so 45 millimeters, 44.3. It's a little bit off, so we're gonna have to fill that gap with like tape or something. Okay, I'm gonna show you a quick example of how this works. So you would slip this. I think this has to be like this. All right, so because the clamp, the plate has to connect to right here. Yeah. Okay, so you would just put this back here. You would make the two halves go thing, and then there's a part back here, right? Like I said, it's like a little puzzle type thing, and you would connect it on the back there. Okay, line it up, and then you would stick the bolt through that, poof, like that. All right, just like that. And I think what I'll be doing is I'll be mounting this upside down. All right, it's gonna go like this. So I need the other one actually. But yeah, that's what it looks like when it's done. All right, so the clamps bite into the thread that's on the clamps. Or the bracket bolts onto the clamps. All right, back here, and it would look like that. All right, when you got it on there. And I guess you could move it up and down. All right, you can make it just like one big clamp. You can move it up or down because there's 3 different holes there, so it's a little bit of adjustability. It would be nice if they had 4 holes, right? All right, I'll show you what it looks like when I got it. All right, and just for fun, Hades Omega wants to see what the actual diameter of this is. Okay, so let's check it right here. It should be 45. 44.3. It's actually exactly the same. It's a little bigger actually. It's kind of weird. It kind of flares out a little bit. Yeah, it's around 44 and a half ish. So it's actually really, really close. So that's what we got to work with. Okay. So not quite 45 actually. Okay, boys and girls, there it is. All right, there. Actually, I really like these CNC brackets. They're very nice. They match the fork like perfectly. Everything else all black and anodized, everything. It looks murdered out. Right? The number plate fell. But yeah, so you can see the number plate fits in there fine. So I think that's just the way it's going to... I think I'm going to have it rest behind the headlight like that. Alright, we're going to angle it up a little bit. And then I guess this will go around the fork leg. And then I think this one will connect it to this hole we got right here. Alright, I think it's perfect the way it is right now. I don't think I want to mess with it. It looks fine. Honestly, I think it might look better if I move it up a little more, but that's okay. I think that's fine. Let me see how high. Okay, so for a reference sake, alright, let me... I should just get a tape measure, but anyway, here's me. Alright. I will be your demonstrator model, okay? So here's the headlight for the Super Cub. Super Cub headlight right about there, all right? That part of my hip right there. A little bit above my hip bone, okay? So, and then there. Okay, there's the light bead with my new setup. All right, headlight. It's right at my hip bone. So it's just a tad too low compared to the other headlight. Now, ideally, I think, yeah, it would be better to have it taller. What we could do is we could try flipping the brackets around. If we flip the brackets around, this part will go up. Yeah, it'll go up like this. It'll look kind of fun. Actually, that might work. Well, let me try that out. So right now, the way I got it is I haven't put the tape on it and I haven't tightened it down. It's still kind of loose already. What I notice is when you tighten this, it will scratch your forks. Okay, so that's why I kind of want to put some kind of tape back there. All right, and I got it just in the position where you can see the expert sticker too. So it's perfect. I like it. So actually, I think that's where it's gonna stay. But let's what we'll do, because what I do is I angle the headlight down anyway, so I don't blind people when I'm driving on the road. But like if I'm riding off road, I can probably tilt it upward a little bit. Okay, I have to be a little bit careful with these brackets because this screws into aluminum. I can't whatchamacallit, can't tighten it too much or else it'll strip because I had that problem with my other one. What I could do is probably put a bigger screw in there. I could tap it for a bigger screw, so if that happens in the future. But anyway, there it is. I like it. Here's a upward view. Okay, got plenty of room back there. So what I'm going to try, like I said, I feel like it should be taller. Yeah, I kind of feel like the bracket should be a little, or the headlight should be a little taller. So I'm going to see if I can raise that up a little bit, and then see what we can do. It might be too much because the number plate is already resting on it. So if we moved it up, yeah, if we moved it, because the number plate is like right here. If we moved it up, the number plate would be like way up here, you know. So I don't know. Let's flip it around and then we'll see. Hades Omega's got to try to figure it out. But I'm pretty happy with that right there. But let's see what else we could do. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the headlight out and I'm going to flip the bracket. Also, this is the wiring back here. All right, it's way too long. The headlight bracket, the headlight wiring is right here. So I probably don't need, so this is already the connector that's supposed to go on here. So I probably don't need, I probably only need like this much wire, all right? Probably just enough where the, yeah, just enough where the connector will clear the headlight. So yeah, right around there. So like I'll solder it like right around here. So the beauty, say, like I said, the beauty of this is, yeah, it's a connector. All I have to do is take this out, snip this, solder it on there, and then put it back on and plug it in. So that's why I wanted to go with connectors. It would make it much more convenient. And also this headlight has a thing where like it's going off the top or it can go off the bottom. So if you flip it, if I flipped it, it could go underneath. The wiring will go underneath. Well, I think I would rather have it going upwards, all right? And there's plenty of room on the sides too, if you look here. Plenty of room on the sides for the wiring, so that's not a big deal. It kind of hides and it protects the wire a little bit too, so I like it. This is a great setup. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go play around with it. I will take the headlight out and then I'll flip. What I have to do is, I have to flip everything around. I have to take everything out and flip it, put this one over there and this one over here. So I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a pain in the ass because you have to get everything lined up perfectly through the holes and then you start tightening it. So it's kind of annoying. Maybe while I'm there, I'll put some tape on it already. I'll put some tape right below and above the sticker. So the sticker is like where I'm trying to put the clamps. Okay, well, I'll just be fiddling around with it a little more. But yeah, for the most part, that's it right there. Okay, a little disappointing here. Okay, so I installed this Japanese silicone tape. All right, it's kind of like there's a brand called Rescue Tape also. It's a silicone tape. All right, it's made to like repair stuff. All right, or you can use it as a gasket, and that's what I'm using it for right now. And unfortunately, it's too thick. All right. What I could do is, I don't know, I guess I could put just a little bit, but yeah, it's too thick. It won't close with this on there, so we're gonna have to not use that. So I'm gonna go back to the good old electrical tape, and we'll try that. So I'm gonna put electrical tape right up here, and right down here, right below the sticker. Okay, it's a good thing the sticker's there, so I got something for point of reference. All right, but that's the tape right there. All right, it's not really a tape. It's, you know, it's like a sticky tape, but without adhesive. All right, that's why I wanted to use it. It doesn't have any kind of adhesive on it, so bummer, didn't work. So time to go back to the old electrical tape. Okay, so I put the tape on there and it looks like it's fine. Okay, so it's a good thing I put the tape on there, because when you clamp this down, you can tell it's like denting the fork almost. All right, so there it is. It fits fine. I think one wrap of tape will be fine. I don't have to wrap it more than once, I think. Maybe we could wrap it one more time, but yeah, you can see it leaves like dents and stuff and marks on the fork. So to help protect the fork, yeah, I think it's a good idea. Maybe I'll try one more wrap. I'll wrap it one more time with another piece of tape. But okay, that's what we're gonna go with. We're just gonna use tape to help protect the fork at least, you know. And I use the Harbor Freight tape, so the adhesive isn't very strong. All right, basically we're just using it as a gasket type of thing. Okay, so yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna go mount the whole thing. I'll put all the tape and mount everything on there. I know this is kind of time consuming. That's what I say. All right. Okay, so I've wrapped the forks with the tape here. One thing I noticed is, yeah, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. No. The top clamp will be easy to get off, all right? This clamp will be easy because it'll just go whoop, straight off. The bottom clamp, it won't be a problem because this part is thicker than this part right here. So this will slide right over that. Supposedly you can take each leg out of this, okay? It's not like a normal, it's more like a motorcycle fork is what I want to say, okay? It's as closest to a motorcycle fork as you can get on a mountain bike is what I want to say. Okay, okay, so I'm gonna go put the clamps on now and put the whole dealie on there. I put 2 pieces of tape around the fork legs, all right, and they look pretty good. As you can see, it pinches it quite a bit, so hopefully it won't mess up the thing. But that's why I put this. Okay, it's got a little cushion. Yep. So yeah, I used 2 strips of tape. All right, I put 1 piece, and then I cut another piece, and I put another piece. So try to make it look as pretty as I could. All right, here we go. Okay, now I'm gonna put the all right, there we go. So I think I like it like this better. Okay, I think it looks better with the mount pointing upward. Right, so the bracket doesn't go straight out; it goes out and up. Okay, and rather than having it go out and down, I think I'd rather have it go out and up, and then I'll just aim the headlight lower. Okay, and the number still fits. All right, barely, because it's a good thing I have higher handlebars. Because if it did, it wouldn't. It would hit the stem. All right, but I think that's perfect. It's just going to kind of hide behind the headlight right there, and then yeah, the number plate will hide all the wiring back there too. Because I don't really like looking at that stuff either. So okay, so I think that's the final thing right there. I'm gonna go try to align it as best as I can, and then tighten everything up, and then that'll be it. And then yeah, I gotta make sure it's aligned properly. When I look down on it, should be straight for the most part. I think it looks like it might be pointing to the left a little bit. I'm not sure, but yeah, I will work on aligning it. Okay, all right, we're pretty much 75% there. All we got to do is tighten everything up, and then we got to remove the headlight again. Then I got to install the connector, and then that's it. We're done with the headlight, and then we can start working on the turn signals. All right, here's we go. Okay, I got done soldering it. So there it is. It's pretty short. That's how I wanted it. Yeah, I just have the blacks connected here and the reds. You can't see it, but like, yeah. This is how much I cut off. Quite a bit. Yeah, about almost 6 inches. Okay, so let's go mount it. Alright guys, there it is. What do you think? Did it turn out good? Well, I mean, I just have the wiring on there now. Yeah, that's on there pretty good. This is on there. This is not going anywhere. Alright. Feast your eyes on that. The wiring is pretty good. Oh. The clamp hits it. So I have to move this inward so the clamp hits the headset. The head. Yeah, so the clamp hits the head. Watch. All right. Dunk, dunk. Okay, now it doesn't hit it because I moved the bumper. All right. So yeah, if you have this thing on there, you're gonna lose some steering lock, some steering angle. So I'll say, and I could use as much steering angle as I can get. All right, so what I'm going to do is rotate the bumper like inward a little bit more so it contacts it faster. Okay, I don't think the other side has that problem because I got all that wiring over there. Yeah, the fork hits the wiring before it touches the frame. But I might see if I can move that bumper down here. Okay, it's good to have that. So all right, so that's good. This is definitely I like this. This is definitely an upgrade over my other headlight setup. Like the last one, I had the turn signals on there, but I could just as easily add some motorcycle turn signals, or I could do the same thing, just run a strip of LEDs. But I'm going to mount them on the hand guards, all right? So that's going to be the next video where we'll do that. Then yeah, I've got holes here I can mount some wires and stuff with this, so that's good. And all the wiring looks still pretty tidy, is what I'm going to say. And yeah, the brackets will keep all the wires inside here. Okay, that's a good thing. And then the last thing is the number plate. Stick that on there. It still looks good. Yeah, we could still definitely use it. You can keep it down there. I'll just zip tie it some places. But yeah, it doesn't want to stay right now. But yeah, that's kind of how it's going to look. If I can get it higher, it would be better. But I guess if you hide it behind the headlight, it's okay. As long as they can see the numbers. The numbers are pretty high, so. Okay, but anyway, we'll worry about that when I get the turn signals on there, all right? So that's what this other wires hanging around here. Hopefully it'll be a little bit neater when we got all that taken care of, all right? There's still a lot of wires hanging around, so But we just got to do the turn signals and then put the NXT display back on and we'll be done. All right, so yeah, let me go fix that bumper real quick. All we got to do is twist this inward, okay? And I don't think I could do that with one hand. Okay, so what I did is I moved it down a little bit. I forgot I moved it a little bit up so I could put the clamps on. It's kind of a pain in the ass to move it too. All right, there it is. And now we got a bump stop. Dunk. All right, it bounces on that before the metal touches metal. That's what I like. Alternatively, what else I could do is I could get those little felt furniture sliders, because I used to have one, and put it like right where these would touch, and then that would kind of keep metal from metal. But they always fall off, so this will not fall off. That'll forever be on there. So okay, and then I'll kind of go mess around with the other one and see what we can do. Maybe I can stick it. Yeah, I could probably stick it like right here. The other side I can't really do too much about. It still touches the wire a little bit, but at least I don't really need it. To tell you the truth, I don't really need it because this acts as a bumper right here, okay? But I would rather it not touch by wiring here. I don't want my wiring to get all messed up. But I did put the rubber bumper on there a little bit, so. Okay, but that's quite a bit of lock still. All right, I still think that's quite a bit of turning angle, so I think it'll be okay. We'll find out when I'm turning the handlebars and thunk, oh, I ran out of a turn. All right, but there it is. I'm pretty happy. There's the side view. Okay, it kind of goes. I know I kind of wish it just went straight out, but it kind of goes out and up, like I said, and then it points downward. All right, I may still need to aim the light. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's one more thing we gotta do. We gotta test to see if the light works. Where's that key? Obviously, we gotta test the light to see if it works. All right, let's put the key in the bike. And no lights, okay? But if I turn the light on, it should work. Oh, my switch is busted. I need to get a new switch. But there we go, it works. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Brand new light. Right, that's for the front. Oh, yeah, I think I need to get a new switch. This switch is busted. Ooh. So, yeah, I might need to, I may need to adjust it still. What I might want to do is sit in the car and see. Oh yeah, that's pretty high up there. I might have to adjust this lower. Okay, but there it is. Turn it off so you guys can see it a little better. All right, that's from the top. All right, that's from the front. Looks good. That's the side. Okay. Here's the other side. Okay, here's from the top looking out. There's the light on there. There's the light. Big difference, yeah. Very good. Pretty happy. I think I need to replace the switch. Yeah. The switch, no bueno. It's odd. Why is it doing that? It shouldn't do that. It should only go one way, not the other ways. It's not a joystick. All right, whatever. I'll fix that later, I guess. More stuff to fix on the bike. All right, but there it is. Brand new headlight setup. Hades Omega is so happy with that. I like it. All right, there's the tail light and the headlight setup. Very nice. I'm very happy with that. All right, boy, it's a long fork. Okay, so there it is. That's the end of Hades Omega's new headlight setup. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do you guys like it with it higher up here, or would you rather have it lower? I think it'll be better higher. Okay, here's with the number plate on there. Again. Okay, maybe something kind of like that. Let's see if I can get it on there. Okay, that looks all right. Yeah, it'll look something like that. So the number plate will still work. So it'll pretty much be like it was before. Okay. Yeah, maybe I could zip tie it down here or something, but I like it. It matches the fork really well. It's that kind of anodized aluminum, and it's CNC, you can tell. All right, and the CNC machine made all these marks and stuff. It's very nice for $36 for this mount. I think is totally worth it. And the headlight matches. It's kind of that same matte finish as the clamps. All right. the crowns. Very nice. I am so happy with that. It turned out exactly how I wanted it. All right. Yep. Good job. All right, and there's the tail light again. Very nice. Okay, there it is. So that concludes Hades Mega's new headlight setup for my winter build. The new headlight setup for the Manitou Dorado Forks. Okay. Also, another cool thing is I was able to save the stickers. All right. If I would had used this headlight bracket, that wouldn't have worked. All right. I mean, that you wouldn't see the expert sticker. So I can still see the expert sticker on the fork. Okay. The funny thing is, I came with a whole bunch of stickers. It came with a pro sticker and the comp sticker also. So if I wanted to slap a pro sticker on it, obviously you can obviously tell it's not a pro because it's not made out of carbon, you know. So yeah. Anyway, there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was educational. It helps those people out that want to install Dorado Fork on their Soron Lightbee X or MX. All right, and you want to have a Cafe Racer headlight setup, there you go. That's how you do it. Okay. You know what? Also, I thought about another headlight setup that we could... Well, obviously, there's the round headlight setup. I would have honestly gone with the round headlight if I didn't need the number plate. All right, yeah, but I do need a number plate for racing, so I have to have something low profile so we could stick the number plate on there. But if I could put like a 6-inch round LED headlight on this, I would rather have that. Honestly, I think that would look better. But another setup that we could probably do is a dual headlight setup. All right, so what we could do is have one like a dual cube basically. You could have one headlight here and one headlight here. Mounted one way because they had those kind of cube shaped off-road lights. If you can find two that would fit in here, then you can have one with the high beam and one with the low beam, and then maybe you could have a switch to control each one. All right, but I think this is good. I think for what Hades Omega needs, this will do the trick. Okay. Yeah, and I've used it before and it's plenty bright. All right, I'll tell you that. And I have a spare one. They're really cheap. It's only like $15 a headlight. This was $30 for the pair. So I still got another one in there, and I have my old one. My old one still works. Okay, I just wanted to replace it with a new one because it was getting kind of old. Okay, but I never had a problem with that one. Even when it got filled with water, it still worked. So, so yeah, the water seal on these is probably not the best. Yeah, if as much possible, I don't want my bike in the rain, but like. Sometimes I had to drive it through the rain and stuff like while it's on the trailer. So yeah. Well, that's what happens when you got more stuff on your bike. There's more stuff to break, right? That's the problem. Okay. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this setup. I think we're gonna stick with it. All right. But like I said, if I wasn't using this bike for racing, if I didn't need like a number plate, then I would have gone with the round headlight. Okay, I think the round headlight looks better. It's probably more aerodynamic. It might be more aerodynamic. I don't know. All right. Here's what we got.